And tomorrow, a new Arizona law goes into effect requiring anyone to log into adult websites to disclose personal information before viewing any online content.
This is raising security concerns with hacks of adult sites like Ashley Madison still in people's minds. Names, emails, even home addresses of millions of users were exposed. So joining us live with some insight into the security side of things, we have Ken Colburn, the CEO of Data Doctors Incorporated. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let's get your reaction right off the bat about this new law.
Well, it is a law that other states have already passed and have implemented, so we have some understanding of what can and can't be done. ID checks are not new. You go to a restaurant or a bar and they want to make sure you're old enough to drink. They ask you for your ID. You hand it to them. They take a look at it and they give it back to you. Unfortunately, this version of it is like that bartender taking your ID, going into a back room, making a photocopy, giving your ID back and saying, don't worry, we'll take care of throwing away the information that we gathered from you.
And so you could use an ID or a credit card. I mean, it sounds dangerous to me.
Yeah, the problem is, and it's not likely like the Madison or the Ashley Madison situation was their database. The most likely situation is that these sites are going to use third-party services. That's really where the concern is. Who are these third parties? Are they U.S. based? There are consortiums out there trying to create legitimate, reliable versions of this as kind of a third-party service provider, where they're not going to keep the information. They have an audit process, these kinds of things. But the problem, it's just like anything else. We're trying to fix one problem and then we create other problems as a result. If this continues to go live in states across the U.S., I think we're going to see more and more scammers pretending like they are a porn site, trying to gather, IDs and personal information. So it's, there's no clean way to get this thing done. It does provide some level of, protection for younger children that maybe happen to stumble upon a site. It's just kind of a casual thing, but tech-savvy teens already know how to get around these ID verification processes. So it's not like it's really gonna, if you're a parent out there thinking that this law is gonna suddenly give you relief in that area, unfortunately, I'm the bearer of bad news. It's not.
When you mention getting around it, Ken, obviously VPNs play a role in this. Can you explain to our viewers at home who may not be familiar what a VPN is and how that works?
Yeah, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and basically it allows you to change what appears to be your location. So you simply change it to a state that doesn't have this type of coverage, and then the site is not required to have you verify your ID. So that's one way. They can download somebody's ID that they find online and use it. Fake IDs are, they've been around since the ID system was created. So, creating fake IDs for this kind of thing. So what I would tell you is that any website, whether it's porn site or anything else, at this point in time, I'd recommend against ever uploading any of this personal information just because it's just too risky.
All right. Well, Ken, always great talking to you, and thanks for your insight.
Absolutely.
All right. Talk to you soon. All right.